Plagiarism. Plagiarism is the act of taking words or ideas written by another person and placing them in your own work. In most educational institutions, plagiarism is frowned upon and can result in forfeiture of credits and, at worst, total expulsion. Plagiarism is a reprehensible act, a mortal sin comparable to murder or treason. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. For people under 21, being convicted of a count of plagiarism carries with it a punishment of death by crushing.
Is that like Kids in the Hall crushing?
No, like they actually take a big rock and a big wood board, and they just put more rocks on top of you until tragedy.
Gotcha.
They used it a lot in medieval times, not so much now except for this. I haven't seen it used here, but I haven't seen evidence that they don't use it here. And there's lots of stains outside of this building. So they might be crushing students. Oh, the fading doesn't work on that one. I love Max. Excessive PowerPoint design. Originally, these all flew in with cool effects, which is in direct contravention of everything I'm saying you should do. So I'll just read it. It's imperative that you keep from using too many themes in your presentation. Know how every single slide has had a different theme. Overuse of themes is at best unprofessional and at worst distracting. Let your presentation style and content interest the audience, not the number of fonts you use. Also take care not to use too many bullet points, because nested points are always smaller than their parent points and eventually they can become hard to read. While I'm on the subject, please remember that you shouldn't have too much text on screen. PowerPoint is meant to be a tool used during a presentation, not some sort of presentation replacement tool. If you're making people read your words instead of letting them hear you present them, you're just being lazy. Sorry. How do I bring it all together? Nobody asked. The short answer, spell check and read aloud to find mistakes. I rehearsed this 0 times. I should have, because I know the first 2 slides I missed a couple of jokes I wanted to say. Spell checking is much more important than telling little jokes, because you don't want to look like an idiot. It's really important to not look like an idiot while you're doing a presentation. Remember spell check. Nothing looks more unprofessional and childish than bad spelling.
I like my own jokes too.
Yeah. Childish. Can you imagine?
Oh, yeah.
When finalizing presentation, remember to rehearse. If you don't rehearse your speech, you're going to end up stammering like an idiot, much like I am probably doing right now. Oh, that's good. This is supposed to be higher up. Above all, have fun. And then I couldn't commit to that because that's not a very good ending to anything really. So I had to try a couple other. Great. Great. I think that says, above all, stay focused and energetic. If you have the means, I highly suggest, if you're going to be using a Mac, make your PowerPoint on a Mac. Above all, don't be boring. Being boring sucks. The home stretch. After finalizing your PowerPoint, a few steps remain before you'll be properly prepared to present it. First, create a title card. Now, you remember my title card at the beginning had a lot of blue. No matter what words are in the title of your presentation, be sure to capitalize all of them. Here are a few examples of good title cards. Why I Like Going on Vacation in Hawaii by James of Estrus. Note how the purple and yellow kind of work together to make a title card. What's the Deal with Inflation by James of Estrus. Note the lined paper sideways background, which adds nothing but looks good. Being Alive is Radical. I just like this one. Shut Up, Mom by James of Estrus. It's got a very pretty checkerboard pattern and a strong title people will be sure to remember for about 10 minutes. The home stretch. After you have a title card and you've put your name on it, you have one more important task to accomplish. Pat yourself on the back. Thank you. One person. You've come so far since you started writing your presentation. Take a moment to reflect on what you've learned and experienced while writing your presentation. Rude.
Sorry.
This is very serious. Come on. It's important to remember that the journey is sometimes more important than the destination. Congratulations! You've become a PowerPoint pro. Copyright me 2010 to 2099. If you steal this, my dad will sue you.
Is your dad a lawyer?
Huh?
Is your dad a lawyer?
No, my dad throws bags into airplanes, but
Oh, cool.
the point is just kind of instill some fear.
So I'm just confused about one point. For my PowerPoint presentation, do I want to use different fonts, or was that part of the irony?
That was a part of the really bad PowerPoint.
Okay. So I should change my fonts?
You should use more than one, less than 10.
Okay. Fair.
Just my opinion. I'm not a doctor.
Doctor of PowerPoint?
Are you joking? I didn't come up.
DP.
I didn't come up here to be mocked. I'm done.
Yeah.
The end.